long time ago, in the chronicles of the ancient kingdom of Persia, there lived a king named Shahryar. Shahryar had a wife whom he loved more than the entire world, and his greatest happiness was to surround her with splendor. After several years, Shahryar became very disappointed with his wife's behavior while he was away. So, he declared all the women unfaithful and ordered to behead his wife. The blow was so heavy that his mind almost gave way, and he declared that he would make every woman a sultana. So every evening, he'd marry a fresh wife and had her strangled the following morning before the Grand Vizier, whose duty it was to provide these unhappy brides for the Sultan. The good man fulfilled his task, but was not pleased. This behavior was the greatest horror in the town. The Grand Vizier himself was the father of two daughters, of whom the elder was called Scheherazade and the younger Dinazade. Scheherazade was highly intelligent and extremely beautiful.
Father, I have the favor to ask of you. Will you grant this to me?
I can refuse you nothing. This is just unreasonable.
I am determined to stop this barbarous practice of sultans and deliver the girls and mothers from the awful fate that hangs over them.
It would be an excellent thing to do. But how do you propose to accomplish it?
My father, it is you who have to provide the sultan's daily with a fresh wife. And I beg you to allow the honor to fall upon me.
Have you lost your senses? What has put such an idea to your head? You ought to know, my glorious one. And I succeed. I shall have done a great service to my country.
Yes, my father, I know it well, and I am not afraid to think of it. If I fail, my death will be a glorious one, and I succeed, I shall have done a great service to my country.
If no use, I will not kill my own daughter for the morning's light.
Once again, my father, will you grant me what I ask?
What? Are you still obstinate? Why are you so resolved about your own ruin?
But the lady absolutely refused to attend to her father's words. In despair, the vizier was obliged to give way and went sadly to the palace to tell the Sultan that the following evening he would bring him Scheherazade. The Sultan received the news with the greatest astonishment.
Are you sure? Let there be no mistakes, are you sure? Remember, you have to take her life. If at all you refuse, I swear that your head will be beaten.
Sire, whatever the cost, I will obey you. Though, a father, I am also your subject.
So the Sultan told the Grand Vizier he might bring his daughter as soon as he liked. The Vizier took back this news to Scheherazade, who received it as if it had been the most pleasant thing in the world. In the meantime, Scheherazade asked her sister to do her a favor.
Today, I'll be married to Sultan. Tomorrow morning, he'll execute me. Before this execution, I want you to help me. After the marriage, I will request to take you with me, which he should grant. Your job is only to wake me up 1 hour before sunrise and say, "Sister, if you are not asleep, tell me one of your interesting stories." Then I will start telling stories. Hopefully, I will save my people thus.
Dinazad replied that she would do with pleasure what her sister wished. When the usual hour arrived, the Grand Vizier conducted Scheherazade to the palace and left her alone with the Sultan. He bade her raise her veil and was amazed by her beauty. But seeing her eyes full of tears, he asked,
What happened, Sultana?
Sir, I have a sister who loves me as tenderly as I love her. Grant me the favor of allowing me to sleep her this night in the same room, as it is the best last wish I'll be able to make.
Shahryar consented to Scheherazade's petition, and Dinazad was sent for. An hour before daybreak, Dinazad awoke and exclaimed as she had promised,
My dear sister, if you are not asleep, tell me one of your charming stories. It is the last time that I have my pleasure of hearing you.
Your Highness, bear with me to do as my sister asked.
Willingly, Sultana.
and so Scheherazade began.
Long time ago, there was a merchant who was very rich. He used to go to far places from time to time. Once he set out on his journey, putting a few eatables in his pockets. When he was coming back after finishing his business on the fourth day of his journey, he felt the heat scorching, so he burnt his route and came to a clump of his trees where a fountain of clear water was running. He took some food, drank water, and took some rest there. As he was taking some rest, he saw a huge genie coming eagerly towards him.
Arise, and let me kill you, as you have killed my son.
Madam, may I know what I have done to you, so that you've come to kill me?
I shall kill you, as you have killed my son.
But how could I have killed your son? I don't know him, and I have never seen him.
When you ride here, do not sit on the ground. And did you not take some dates from your wallet and, once eating them, did you not throw the stones about?
Yes, I certainly did so.
Then, I tell you, you have killed my son. For while you are throwing about the stones, my son passed by, and one of them struck him on the eye and killed him. So I shall kill you.
Madam, forgive me.
I will have no mercy on you.
But I killed your son, quite unfortunately. So, I beg to spare my life.
I shall kill you, as you have killed my son.
I entreat you, grant me a little delay. Just a short time to go home, madam, and bid my wife and children farewell, and make my will. When I have done this, I shall come back here and you shall kill me.
But if you give the delay you ask, I'm afraid you will not come back here.
I give you my word of honor that I will come back without fail.
How long do you have required?
I ask you for a year grace. I promise you that to Tomorrow, after 12 months, I shall be waiting under this tree to give myself to you.
On this, the genie left near the fountain disappeared. The merchant, having recovered from his fright, mounted his horse and went on his route. When the merchant arrived home, his wife and children received him with the greatest joy. But instead of embracing them, he began to weep so bitterly.
Tell us, I prayed you, what happened?
Alas, I have only 1 year to live.
Then he told them what had passed between him and the genie, and how he had given his word to return at the end of a year to be killed. Why they hear the sad news, they were in to disappear and wept much. The next day, the merchant began to settle his affairs, and first of all to his debts. He gave presents to his friends and large alms to the poor. The years soon passed away, and he was obliged to depart. At length, he had reached the place where he had seen the genie. On the very day that he appointed, he dismounted and sat down at the edge of the fountain, where he awaited the genie in terrible suspense. Whilst he was thus waiting, an old man leading a gazelle came towards him.
May I ask you, brother, what brought you to this place that has so many evil genies about?
He told him what had passed between him and the genie, and how he had given him word to return at the end of a year to be killed.
This is a most marvelous event. I shall like be a witness of your interview with the genie.
In the meantime, another old man came there with his 2 black dogs. He also asked them why they were doing there. He also got curious to know the fate of the merchants, so he also sat down there with them. In the meantime, a third woman with a she-mule also came there, and she also sat down there with them in curiosity. They saw soon in a distance a big smoke like a cloud of dust. This smoke became narrow and narrow, and then all at once vanished, and they saw the genie who approached the merchant.
Get up! Let me kill you, as you killed my son.
Oh, Queen of the Genie, I beg you to stay your fury and to listen to me. I am going to tell you my story and that of the gazelle I have with me. And if you find it more marvelous, the merchant whom you are about to kill, I hope that you be a part of this punishment.
Scheherazade at this point saw that it was day, and knowing that the Sultan always rose very early to attend the council, stops the game.
Wow, sister! It is a wonderful story.
The rest is still more wonderful, and you would say so if the Sultan would allow me to live another day.
I once lay here until I heard some more of a wondrous tale.
All this time, the Grand Vizier was in a terrible state of anxiety, but he was much delighted when he saw the Sultan enter the council chamber without giving the terrible command that he was expecting. The next morning, before the day broke,
Dear sister, will you please tell me the story of the merchant and the genie?
Finish the story. I'm curious to hear the end.
Oh, Queen of the Genie, I beg you to stay your fury and to listen to me. I am going to tell you my story and that of the gazelle I have with me. And if you find it more marvelous, the merchant whom you are about to kill, I hope that you be a part of this punishment.
Very well. I agree to those.
We have no children of our own. Therefore, I adopt the son of a favorite slave and determine to make him my heir. My wife, however, took a great dislike to both the mother and the child. When my adopted son was about 10 years old, I was obligated to go on my journey. Before I went, I entrusted to my wife keeping both the mothers and the child and begged her to take care of them during my absence. But my wife had learned the art of witchcraft, and she turned my son into a cow and his mother into a cow and placed under the care of a herdsman. When I returned, I inquired after my slave and the child. I searched for my son everywhere until the feast. I ordered my herdsman to bring me a very fat cow to sacrifice. He did so. The cow that he brought was my unfortunate slave.
The story is indeed strange. And thus, I shall grant you a third part of the punishment of the merchant.
I'm going to tell you what happened to me, and I'm sure you will find my story even more astonishing than the one to which you have been listening. But when I have related it, will you grant me also the third part of merchant's punishment?
I give you my word, but only if your adventures are truly more marvelous.
Oh, great princess of the genie, these two dogs are my brothers and I'm the third one. When our father died and left us a capital of 3,000 gold pieces, I opened a shop with my share and my brothers did the same. However, my elder brother sold his stocks for 1,000 dinars and journeyed to foreign lands. He had been gone for his camel for 1 whole year. One day, as I was sitting in my shop, a beggar stood before me and asked if. Then I looked at him closely and he saw my brother. I asked him for a reason of his ill fate. Sometime afterwards, my second brother wished also to sell his business and travel. My eldest brother and I did all we could to dissuade him, but it was of no use. He rode on a camel and set out. He came back at the end of a year in the same state as our elder brother. I took care of him, and as I had 1,000 dinars to spare, I gave him and reopened his shop for
This is certainly remarkable story. Therefore, I give up to you a third of the merchant's punishment. You have my word. Thanks to you, in your storytelling, the merchant is yours. You save him and I now release him from this punishment.
Old man told his story to the genie, but I cannot tell you what it was, as I do not know. I do not know that it is even more marvelous than either of the other.
Oh, sister, your tale is very wonderful and delightful.
It's nothing compared to what I could tell you of the remarkable tale of Aladdin and the magic lamp that the Sultan would spare my life and let me live.
I won't slay her until I hear some more of a wondrous tale.
From that day on, night after night, Scheherazade kept telling her stories which fascinated the Sultan. The morals of the stories changed Sultan from a bad human being into a good king. Scheherazade and Dinazade lived happily ever after.
Action! Action! One.
Today, I will be married to Ay, mag-edit naman sa power cake. Ano man?
Action!
Willing
Okay, take 2. 3, 2, 1. Action!
Listen, not all your refuse. Refuse mo rin na.
You ought to know by my...
What are your senses? Suko.
Cut! Sige pa, Jun. Walang atit.
Oh, me?
Let me kiss.
Smile.